Hi, Dave Roscoe here. It's been quite the 24 hours, and there's some things I want to talk to you about today. But before I get into that, I was looking at the analytics from YouTube. Now, I'm not much of a YouTuber. I've been putting out these videos, and I'm getting a lot of subscribers, and I thank you. It seems a lot of people are into what I'm saying. But one thing I noticed was that only 30% of my views on average are from subscribers. That means there's 70% of the people watching these videos that aren't subscribed. And my question is, why not? It's very simple. Just click that subscribe button. I'm going to keep putting these out until something happens that makes it not worthwhile. And based on the last 24 hours, some people might think we've already hit that point. We'll talk about that. Let's go over some basics things here. Regarding circulation, it's down again from the last 24 hours. We've been seeing this for quite a while now. Every day, the circulating supply is going down. The circulating supply is the number of locked migrated pi and unlocked. Now, people in the comments are going to ask, well, why is the market cap keep going down? It's simple math, people. The price is down. The circulation is down. Price times circulation is market cap. So it's going to go down. Regarding price action, oh boy. So around 7 p.m. Eastern time yesterday, a big sell-off was triggered. It was small at first, and then around 9 p.m. it hit full swing, and the coin is now trading at around 88 cents each as of this morning. You know what? It is what it is. Exchanges are exchanges. They're highly volatile, especially with new tokens. And I'm not particularly worried about it because I don't have any coins on the exchanges, and they're not going to be there, not anytime soon. Doesn't bother me. I'm watching it, of course, just so I can tell you, but I don't really care. I watch it because, I see things on there and I say, okay, well, why is that happening? And I look into it and, maybe I'll find some interesting news. I mean, it looks pretty straightforward. There's a sell-off, whether that's the result of price manipulation or the influx of newly unlocked coins that people rush to sell. I don't know. If it's the latter, then I hope it was worth it for you. Again, I'm not worried about it. Regarding exchanges, there's growing resentment over Binance, to the point where Binance is putting out statements like, well, if you harass us to pressure or pressure us to list your coins, you'll be blacklisted. But apparently the Binance listing was a non-starter, and people feel misled because what was the point of the poll? Apparently Binance requires listed tokens to be on their BNB smart chain, and Pi Network is not. Pi Network has its own blockchain. Again, it looks like we were misled. And there's also the fact that Pi Network refused to pay the bribe that Binance requires to list a token on their exchange. Like I've been saying this all along, we don't need them. It would be nice to have a major exchange list Pi, and I think that'll happen at some point. Again, I don't really care about where Pi is listed. It does add credibility to the project because there's a lot of worthless crypto that are already being listed, and it seems really odd that Pi Network is not. So I think it'll happen. Another thing I heard, was another voice speaking out on the Pi Network. Justin Bonds on X called Pi Network a scam, and he claims that an elite few hold 20% of the Pi coin. Well, no kidding. It's literally in the white paper. 20% of the Pi goes to the Pi core team, and what it's for and how it's used is well documented. So this is not news. I can only fathom that statement was put out there for its shock value. It appears that the FUD engine is running continuously. This revelation has no impact on Pi's price because the Pi core team is not selling or dumping despite what people are saying. I see a lot of uninformed comments about the Pi core team dumping, and it's just not true. The wallet addresses are visible on the blockchain explorer for Pi and piscan.io. There's no evidence of dumping by the Pi core team. You can say it, but I don't buy it and I don't see it. Anyone else who believes it needs to educate themselves. Stop taking the advice of other people. And then Justin Bond's falling back on the tired trope of Pi network being a Ponzi scheme and that only the early adopters benefit. Again, this is blatantly false. A Ponzi scheme brings people in and then encourages them to bring other people in with the promise of payouts to the early adopters as new people come in. The problem with that is that Ponzi schemes require an investment. Now, maybe the very top don't invest, but you don't know. There still has to be currency exchange involved. Otherwise, who's benefiting anything? And that's just not how it works, because we brought people in and you're encouraged to bring other people in, but that's the best way and fastest way to build a wide network. That doesn't make it a Ponzi scheme, right? People are enticed to join with an airdrop and a free Pi. Okay. Is what it is. Other than that, there's no benefit to the early adopters. Yeah, you may have a bigger network of earning team, which results in a higher mining rate, but that doesn't come on the backs of the people you recruited. That is being awarded by the Pi network itself. So how is it a Ponzi scheme? I just don't get it. They use these words and they know that people don't understand what this means. It just casts a negative light. Again, the FUD engine is running smoothly. Now, what's even more funny, the idea that early adopters are benefiting, that's not true at all. In fact, the early adopters are having the most problems because of the legacy issues surrounding KYC. I've been in since the beginning. None of my unverified coin have been unlocked. I've had one migration, and the second migration has been stalled for 2 years, and my KYC is currently tentative. How are the early adopters benefiting? No, they're not. They're the ones benefiting the least because the Pi network has to work through all the legacy garbage that existed prior to formalization of their current system. It's just ridiculous. If you're seeing the news and you're getting worried, don't. Or, you know what? I'm not going to tell you what to do. If you want to get worried, get worried. But if you're looking for a calm perspective, there's no need to be worried. If you're not on the exchanges, you're not affected by the price. Now, if the Pi core team does not deliver on the promises of Web3 applications and strategic partnerships, then the Pi coin is dead. Okay, it's that simple. But it's too early to declare the Pi coin dead. I still believe in the project. No one ever said that listing on the exchanges was the end game for Pi. It isn't. It's just one more step in the evolution of the project. And the Pi network is still building its ecosystem. So ignore the noise. Ignore people saying that Pi is dead. Ignore people saying Pi is a scam. Stay the course. And remember, the success of Pi network begins with you. Pi to the moon. Peace.